Hey, Elizabeth, how are you?
Doing amazing.
Good, 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 good. So we are
So how
live.
are we streaming?
We are live already. We've started already. So I'm going to start asking some questions. I'm going to talk about you. And yeah, because that's how it's set up. So it's kind of like a surprise, but you'll be fine.
So
So,
my friends, my Facebook friends, can they see us?
yes, yes, yes. Your friends, my friends, all of them can see you. So, to start with, let me introduce as a licensed financial professional, as well as a wealth builder, Elizabeth Usoro. I hope I pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, you did your best.
Okay, so first of all, tell me about you. People are interested in getting to know about you, what you do, the wonderful things that you do, and tell us about you, please.
Thank you, Chaminda. My name is Elizabeth Usoro, like you said. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, very well. Thank you.
Great. So I'm a financial professional. I am licensed in the state of Georgia and 21 other states. So I am licensed to help people take care of creating a legacy for themselves. I am also a mother. I am also a wife. I am a Christian. I believe in God. So as a licensed financial professional, I just, sit with you at your kitchen table and I teach financial concepts and strategy, especially how to use life insurance to build a family legacy.
Wow, I like the way you said it. Uh, to build a family legacy. Okay, so tell me, what do you do for the community in terms of with your profession and with? I know you help people a lot, and I can. The first time I met was a long time ago, actually, and I felt the first time I was speaking to you, I felt your emotions, and you were like you wanted to really help people. And sometimes when I speak to people, I can see that they are like they are sales minded. They want to push something to someone, and you weren't like that. So I can feel that difference, and I'm sure everyone can feel when they talk to you as well. So tell me what you do for the community.
Oh, what I do for the community is I just teach.
Uh-huh.
I don't try to sell nothing because, like in America, we are big on return policy, right? So you buy something and then you have a buyer's remorse, and then you go back and you say, hey, I don't want to have this anymore. But when you pay for value, then you know that I got something. So I just teach. And I teach you about the different types of life insurance
Uh-huh.
and what you can really achieve. So, what are your financial struggles? What do you want as a legacy for yourself, for your family, for your children? And based upon the client's desires and needs, then we'll now set together a plan and say, hey, this is the way to go. And guess what? I hold your hands through it. It might be right now, it might be later, it might be, you know, when you have the education, then you can make an informed decision.
Right. No, this is good. You mentioned different types of insurance, life insurance, right? But
Yes.
when people talk about life insurance, all they think about is I die and then the money goes to someone. That's all they that comes to mind. And I know it is different, but not many people know about it. So tell us about the different types of life insurance and why it is different, please.
Oh, thank you so much, Aminda, because that is a great question. So there are a lot of different types of life insurance products, but I'm going to talk about the four most popular options available. So for these four, the first is group life. So group life, every employer gives the employee. So the employee has group life through their job. But the question that comes to my mind when I think about that is, what if I leave? What if I leave this job? What if I'm fired? And then I have put in 10 years, I've put in 15 years. What if I retire even? So that is the group life. Then there is the term life. The term life is, like the name specifies, term. 10-year term, 15-year term, 20 years, 25 years, and 30 years. At the expiration of the term, that contract is over. So when that contract is over, do you want to go start afresh now that you're 10 years older or you're 30 years older? So that is for the term. It's good to have something. But for me, the most important thing is understand what you have. So I'm going to ask that everybody who I'm talking to and it's making sense to you, there's going to be a link. You can click on the link and then we can just have a review of what you have. The third is the whole life. The whole life is from start of life to end of life. So pretty much it doesn't run out. So don't tell anybody that Miss Elizabeth said it doesn't run out. You have to do your part. You have to pay your premiums. You have, it's a contract. You do your part, the company does their part, right? So that one doesn't term out. And there's also the indexed universal life. So indexed universal life is from start of life to end of life as well. And it also has, the legacy building components inside of it. So when you know what you have, then you can know how it best satisfies you. I like to give this example. Every house that is built, there is a law that says you should have a fire extinguisher. So you have this fire extinguisher, and it expires. You might never use it. I can't count how many fire extinguishers I have bought because at some point it expires, you put in the trash, you go to the store, you grab another one. So, but if it is broken or not, you don't know because there's no fire. The worst thing that can happen, God forbid, is on the day of fire, the fire extinguisher is broken. So that's why I say, let us review what you have. And this is at no cost because, you say, hey, you're passionate about what you do. I like the fact that you don't want to make a sale. No, it's not about making a sale. It's about stopping GoFundMe in our communities because you know what? If you know what you have, you really don't have unrealistic expectations from what what is not there. So when you know what you have, and then you know how best this product can serve you, you would not be like the owner of the fire extinguisher that is broken on the day of fire. So that's the financial emergencies that I'm talking about. So there is now an emergency, and then you have a product to help you with the emergency, but it is broken. So look at another analogy. In America, and I know some great countries as well, it is compulsory to have a car insurance. A lot of people have car insurance on their cars. I know people who have been driving for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. My very good friend, he's been driving for 18 years. He's never run into somebody and nobody has run into him. But does that mean that he doesn't pay for the car insurance? No, he pays. So when you see the value of something, you don't stop paying. It's because it's maybe by law, or maybe he sees the value. Everybody pays for value. So that is what I just like to sit around the kitchen table. And right now, Chaminda, our kitchen table is the Zoom, right?
So you mentioned financial emergency. Talk us through it because everyone comes through emergency, right? This financial emergency is something new to a lot of people, I think. So could you explain a little bit more on this, please?
Oh, Chaminda, financial emergencies are not new to people.
Yes.
People are moving emergencies. so, so when you talk about building a legacy, it's not something that just happens right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's because there was a plan. It's like building a house. So you get the plot, then you clear the stage, then you start putting one block on the other, and then you put the roof. So for that kind of person, that house is not an emergency. So when there is a plan, you see, like we're talking about building a legacy. If you're building a legacy, you cannot be in a financial emergency because you don't go to get water from the tap with a leaky bucket, right? Or with a leaky cup. You go to the tap with a cup that can hold enough water for you to drink. But when you go to, like all of us immigrants, we know what a basket is. So you don't go fetching water with an Easter egg basket. So when you want to get water, you seal all the holes and make sure that there is nothing leaking, and then you prevent the emergency. So if you have something and you don't know what you have, because with these days where they tell you click to sign, click to sign, click to sign, you sign, you click, 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 click. At the end of the day, you really don't know what you have. And then you will say, I thought I had this. They said, no, that is not what you paid for. This is what you paid for. This is what you paid for. This is what you paid for. So when we sit together, we are trying to build for you a legacy. We are trying to build for your family a legacy. And this legacy, we just build it by sealing the holes that causes the emergency.
Right. Well, it makes so much sense. Let me ask something a little bit different, but not everyone has, like you said, everyone has car insurance. It's low. You have to have car insurance, otherwise you can't drive, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you think it's risky to drive a car without insurance, why shouldn't you have insurance for your life, right?
That's a great question. But you see, the way you're putting it right now, a lot of people don't think about it that way. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't think about it that way.
that's
So when I say click on the link for us to just have a review, it's just a review of what you already have. And if you don't have anything, don't be afraid. It's not difficult to start. All you need is a personalized plan. So when you have a plan, you can now set up yourself for success. This is the end of the year. And I've not even mentioned it to you yet. From the 27th of December, every day for 90 days, I'm going to sit with everybody on live like we are having 10 to 15 minutes every day, just to hold their hands through the end of the year into the new year. Because you know what? As I'm talking to you right now, we are having this conversation. There are people who are going to say, I'm going to stop this next year. I'm going to lose 100 pounds next year. I'm going to be the best parent next year. And by Valentine's Day, they have forgotten all of the promises they made to themselves and to others because they are trying to have everything they want in one day, in 1 minute, in 1 month. But what they don't know is when you have a plan, you now start on it with your first step forward. You put your first foot forward. And so when I'm holding you accountable for what the promises are you made to yourself, and I'm showing up for you every day for 90 days, after 90 days, you begin to have a hold of what it is you want to do. And so the rest of the year, you're going to coast to the top because you don't make all those big promises and then you're not seeing anything right now and you feel discouraged and you want to stop. So I'm just holding your hands, one foot at a time. And then tomorrow I'm asking you, what did you do yesterday? Where are we at right now? Where are we going to be at the end of the week? And before 60 days is over, you have a wing of it. The remaining 30 days is to coast to the end. You get to the finish line and you finish the year strong. And what was a big mountain for you before now, you just see that you were able to surmount it Easy. And what's the difference? You have a plan.
That's right. I was thinking this is accountability, and everyone needs an accountability partner, right? All the Olympic champions, they have a coach. Do they need a coach if they have won 10 gold medals? Maybe they don't, but they still have one. Why?
Or they
They
still
need
have a coach.
accountability.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think this is amazing. One thing I wanted to ask, because like when I first started, I mentioned people, when it comes to life insurance, they think about death. They think about, okay, why should I? I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna live for another 20 years. I don't need insurance, blah blah blah. And that's one side of it. Some of the others, they think, okay, once I'm gone, I'm gone. Why do I need this? Right? I know you have something different. Explain to us about that, because people can benefit from life insurance while they are alive.
Yes, they can. So that's, the word legacy means different things to different people. So I keep telling you that you use life insurance to build yourself a family legacy, a personal legacy. So when you say legacy, it starts from when you are alive. It starts from when you are alive. So the problem with being dead is you don't know the hurt, the pain, the loss that the people who are alive go through, because that person is dead and gone. But if you're thinking about a legacy first to yourself,
Mhm.
then you're going to do things a little differently. So, because I'm talking to everybody right now, I can't say for everybody what legacy means to them. So, but when we are sitting together one on one, the first question I'm going to ask you is, what does legacy mean to you? And so that legacy starts from when you are alive. So everybody has different things that they want to achieve. And that is why there is no one shoe fits everybody. It's going to be one plan for one person, one plan for one person. And this is the end of the year. You have your New Year resolutions, and so does everybody else. And guess what? If there are 6 billion people on earth, that is 6 billion resolutions that God has to face or human has to come up with, because it's the end of the year. So when we sit together, whatever it means to you, I'll help you achieve that the best way possible with whatever products are available. And at the end of when the conversation is over, the client is the wiser for it, because you have information. The next step you're making is being taken based on an informed decision. So that decision that is made is not an assumption, it is an informed decision. And that's what I want to help us achieve. Just know what you're doing and the fastest way to get there. Some people, they run, some people, they walk, some people, they crawl, but by all means, don't stop moving.
That's right. No, this is amazing, because once you know what you have, then even if you need some adjustments to be done, you can take action while you
That
are
is correct.
alive, right?
That is correct.
It's not too late yet.
That
But
is
once
correct.
you're gone, once something happened, you don't want to find out, oh, that there was a close, this was missing, only this was taken care of. Exactly. No, this makes so much sense. So what do you say to your audience? What do you want to share with the audience as final thoughts? Anything you want to tell them? Anything you want to add to this?
An emergency is an act that was not prepared for. So for us, it's not good for us to work without preparing. Success and failure is not based on strength, it's based on skill. How do you get skilled on what you're doing when you are not trained? So for me, I have the training to do what I do. And I'm willing to give you the wealth of my knowledge for free, as long as at the end of the day, you become better for that. Everything is not about money. It is about putting a smile on somebody's face. Do you know that a hug can prevent somebody from committing suicide? What price tag can you put on that? So if we sat together and I review what you have, at least you know. And if you don't have anything, don't be scared. You also have the information you need to start. Because it's not as difficult as you think. Oh, am I not qualified? Oh, I don't have enough money. Enough money for what? So why don't we sit together, put together a plan, and then you go execute the plan. And then guess what? I'll touch base with you every once in a while to be sure that you are following the plan. Look at this. You get in the car and you start driving. You go left, you go right. Even when you're going straight, the car by itself goes like this sometimes, and then you have to use the steering wheel to to steer it this way. So that's exactly how it is with life. You have your own plan, and then you wake up, and the day feels otherwise. But you won't give up. You would swear to the left, you would swear to the right, because the ultimate goal is to get to your destination. So when you have someone like me, and then you're going towards the left, and you have somebody that's going to be accountable, that you're going to be accountable to, and you're asking the person, if I go left too much, am I going away from my direction? Or if I go right too much, am I going into, the finish line? So that for you is priceless. Because when you get to your mark, you're going to be happy that you can achieve that. You're going to be fulfilled that you made that happen. But it all starts with a goal. If you don't have a goal, when you achieve it, how will you know you have?
You can't hit a target you can't see. Now, this is amazing, Elizabeth. So if anyone wants to book a call, there'll be a link below, and they can click on the link and they can book a call with you. And it's absolutely free. I'm just clarifying to them. Yeah. So yeah, if anyone wants any information about insurance, life insurance, whatever insurance you have, book a call with Elizabeth, and she will go through the documents, she will go through the details and explain everything to you, because sometimes we just sign up for things we don't even know. And how many dotted lines have we signed without reading the whole terms and conditions, right? We think, okay, for us to get this through, we have to sign it. So we just sign it. And sometimes we think, oh, we're going to read it later. Did we ever read? No.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
no, we don't.
Exactly. So don't regret. Just book a call. There's nothing to lose. It's 100% free. And if you have any questions, you can ask Elizabeth. And yeah, there's nothing to worry. It's just information and it's just knowledge. And you don't get this kind of service these days, because yeah, people try to confuse you into these agreements sometimes as well. I know that for a fact. When it comes to financial, when it comes to share market, trading, things like that, they try to confuse you so that they become professionals and you feel like you don't know stuff, so that you just listen to them. But this is not that era. Now we have a lot of information out there, and then we have people that are willing to help. So contact Elizabeth. There will be a link below. So looking forward to having another live in a few weeks' time or something. This is interesting. Thank you very much for your time, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Chaminda.
You take care.
Bye.
God bless you.
You too.
Bye-bye.